People have asked us over the years how we managed to pull off a photo like this. This is our whole family. This was actually this year's. I'll show you more about it later, but there are 13 sons, 1 daughter in our family. I'm the oldest son. We were doing a TV series years ago, and we actually filmed a whole episode about the family Christmas photo and how we did it, and a lot of footage and stories involved with that. So I'm going to show that to you guys here. And it was always such a trick getting everybody to hold still, all the kids and the babies to be happy at the same time. And there were some really funny moments. I think one of my favorites was actually just kind of it wasn't even anything about the photo, but about 2/3 of the way in, there's a really funny moment with Mary Elizabeth where we're all reviewing footage. So you guys might want to check for that. It's about 2/3 of the way through this episode we're about to show you. At the end of this, I'm just going to come back and I'll tell you guys a little bit about this year's photo. And 5 daughters-in-law in it, and grandbabies too. It's really just the beginning of a different era. I always remember this year. And I'll tell you guys about it later. And I have some footage of this year's photo.
Hey, would you grab that's fine. Hey, Deb, would you grab John's shirt out of the closet?
And we're going to be taking our family photo today. And I'm getting ready.
You look pretty.
Working on it.
I suddenly feel very self-conscious.
Well, with the red and green, I think maybe you should.
Now, my memo said that we were dressing in a Christmas outfit. I don't know.
You're not supposed to look like a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Well, today's our annual Christmas photo, and every year it seems like by the time we do it, it's freezing cold outside, and we're so happy. Here it is, early December, but it's 74 degrees out there, and so we want to take advantage of this day if at all possible. But the problem is John and Mark have quite a few depositions today, and we're trying to fit between appointments.
Our family actually runs a few businesses out of our home. The one we've had for the longest time is court reporting. Aside from Dad, John has been involved in the business probably the most out of any of us. And one of his assignments actually happened to coincide with the taking of our family photo.
John hasn't gotten home yet, but everyone else is. I'm hoping we can just get the whole shot all totally ready, leave a spot for John that John can just run right into the photo.
Counting the photo that we're about to shoot within about 10 minutes, we've done 24 of these in a row. They've changed a lot. Of course, in numbers, gone from a family of 8 in 1989, 6 kids, mom and dad, to a family of 16. So that's doubled. And the kids don't wear suspenders anymore and stand up like little toy soldiers. Other than that, it's basically the same.
Good. There's the mailing that's yet to go out. We hope Monday it does, Monday the 5th or 6th. On the wall, I hung up all the mailings for our Art Reporting Service.
The first official Art Family Portrait came in the fall of 1989, I think October or November, when I opened the doors of our business.
There's the first one with all of us on the steps. And then this next year, we all went in front of the fireplace.
We did kind of stand out from the crowd because of the picture. Each year, of course, people would check and count how many heads were in there, and there usually was another head, or another big fat belly getting ready for another head. And it was actually a good way to keep everybody abreast of what was going on.
Oh, I will. In the old days when we had little ones, it would be hard to get a good picture, because this one would be wiggling around. Every year we had one wiggler. We might have to take literally 50 or 70 pictures, and you would hope for that moment when everything would line up perfectly.
Cheese! Pizza!
Oh, you never had a happier 2-year-old. Hey, that one looks good just right there, just a little bit.
Except look how big my head is in it.
I'll zoom there.
I kind of miss those days, the Bedlam, and we look back at some of those videos that we had, and it's funny. I would have to tie everybody's ties. This is a different era, but I like that era too.
For the past maybe 6 or 7 family photos, I've been very involved, because that's about the same era that I had been shooting weddings professionally. Mom is always very active. I handle more the technical side of it. Mom is better at coordinating the colors and arranging everyone. Plus, Mom has the clout to boss everyone around. I don't quite feel comfortable doing that. So we're a good pair.
John's depot just ended, but he's about 15 minutes away. He says he doesn't know if he'll have time to come home between now and the doctor's appointment.
Well, he has to leave here in about 15 minutes, right?
Yeah.
John just finished his deposition, but he's about 15 minutes away from here. And then I think he needs to leave from here in about 20 minutes to go to a doctor's appointment. So I don't know if it's realistic that he'll even get here today and be able to be in the photo.
You can't put him out here someday when we're not here, can you?
Well, yeah, like let's say if John was sitting here and you got him sitting here anyway, and then can you put together? Or?
I've actually done that a few times, and I usually get away with it. I don't always.
Well, that's the world. Technology has come a long way since we started these in the early Stone Age.
Turns out John isn't going to be able to make it here. So we came up with a plan B.
John's going to be the farthest thing out on this side.
What we're going to do is we're going to keep this set up and digitally add John later. So we'll leave a spot for him now as we take the picture, and then when he comes back in an hour or two, he'll stand alone out here, and then we'll combine the two pictures and hopefully it'll look believable.
Okay, now go ahead and sit down. All right, will we focus, please? Peter, turn this way. But if you can kind of put more bottom.
I think this is going to look really nice, though. Yeah. We have real good light behind you.
Well, everybody knows we're going to keep taking the pictures until we succeed. So now that we've got everybody pretty sensible, everyone cooperates. They're not fighting it or complaining or acting like a 2-year-old and want to get out of the picture. Okay, I'm going to take a picture if you guys get your shoulders really up. Yeah. Yeah, that's much more fun. We usually had little ones who were wiggly and fighting it, and so we try to make it into something fun, something that they'd enjoy, because you got to do it anyway. If you can make it fun, it's not so bad. One year, Luke set up a video camera while we were taking the picture and videotaped putting the photo together, and that was funny because he played it real fast. He fast forwarded, we sound like chipmunks. And every time we get to the point of saying cheese, it would sound cheese, real high pitch. And it just, we all laughed so much. And of course, you see everybody moving real fast and funny. It looked kind of like a silent movie, but it just was real funny looking. So the boys kind of elaborate on that and got real silly with the different years.
Okay.
Okay, you think that's it? You want to do with Paul, the only one looking friendly, and everybody else stiff?
Sure.
Well, one of the things that I think is funny is, Rick had thought, well, we could try kind of like a Civil War picture where everybody looks real somber and no teeth are showing. Everybody's just kind of looking off in the distance with no smile, just a real straight face.
Or one or two can look off to the side, kind of like a military commander.
And so we tried that a couple of times, and I don't know where, I guess Paul got the idea, but just one of us being super friendly. So he's in the background going like this. He's way up there, real friendly, totally out of place with the rest of us. It's just a real funny effect because everybody else just looks so serious. He looks so out of touch with what's going on,
Maybe Philip and I can look off to the side.
Just black and white.
Sounds good.
During that wait, while we're all trying to look real serious, Peter just busted out laughing, a real hard laugh. Peter, you're not doing it.
Everyone did. Okay. Peter missed the memo.
His mouth is wide open. How are we supposed to?
That's the opposite.
And I think Wizzy actually started. Mary Elizabeth started kind of a little giggle, and that was just too much for him. And it was almost like a hee-haw laugh. He just a real big laugh. Well, everybody lost at that.
Well, we'll try it again.
Once Peter had gotten that really funny laugh going, then Mary Elizabeth and Dave and just all of them, everybody's real ticklish. And they're just, any second, something more is going to happen.
Look stern.
I can see. I was trying to say that.
Come on.
Oh.
The rest of us in the background, we're all trying to hold still, but we're half looking down like, is he just about to do it again? There's nothing you can do to stop it. I mean, you don't want to yell at them. You're glad they're happy. And I mean, they could be crying, so happy's good. But it's like, how do you get them to stop giggling? I think the last picture, he said when we finally succeeded, he was biting his upper lip. If you look really close, you can see he's kind of trying to hold it down because he just had gotten so tickled by it all.
There.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, you think? Okay, well done.
How did it all go?
I don't know what to see if it turned out. If it turned out, I think it went well. John wasn't able to be here in time for in between one appointment and another that he had for work and for a doctor's appointment. And so we left a spot for him. We marked it where he's supposed to stand, and when we're leaving everything else there, we're hoping to be able to Photoshop him into the picture when he gets back.
Once John's there, that'll balance it out.
That'll put a dark color there too.
Yeah, I mean, we actually didn't get that many. We might have gotten only like 15 to choose from, but of course nowadays you don't have people crying or anything like that.
We're getting better at the craft anyway.
Right.
And like you said, everybody's growing up.
Yeah.
That'll be easy for John. He'll be able to just stand here and get some pictures taken.
Right, I know, he doesn't have to go through all this.
Yeah.
Yeah, while we have everyone dressed nicely, I thought I'd get a nice studio shot of each person. My secret goal is to make this a Christmas present for Mom. She's for a while wanted good photos of each person. I was going to get a photo of each person, then put them all together on one little accordion book and give it to her at Christmas.
Hello, John.
John finally has returned from his deposition, and Mark actually is gone himself, so I have the camera and I'm going to go back there. I didn't think I'd even be able to do it today, but Mark and Luke said we can do this, and they're apparently going to Photoshop me in. Unfortunately, it's not super simple to add somebody like this. There are a few different things you have to be aware of. One big thing is the lighting, the time of day. I wonder if you'll have to just sort of do some effect. Sort of airbrush me. I bet we could cheat enough.
Yeah.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, I think that's probably pretty good. You want to just smile and say cheese? Didn't say cheese. Okay.
You.
Okay.
I could get it just right. Where's Jude?
I hope it came out okay. Of course, I didn't know where anyone else was, so I hope it doesn't. I hope I'm not too far away and in a different hue or something, maybe looking at the wrong camera. So I just trust that it came out, but I bet it did. Luke and I mean, we probably snapped about 30 or 40 photos just now, so something had to come out. It only takes one. So we took a lot, and then I just roughly plopped him in. Mom looked through all the photos and chose what she thought was the best expression on everyone's faces.
Seth looks adorable there, doesn't he?
Yes, I think he does look adorable.
That's just what you were thinking,
Right.
was adorable? Yeah.
She gave me a list of adjustments to make, maybe a dozen little things.
What would you think, of course, of white shoes and socks?
Yeah, I could darken those. I might be able to change the colors of a few shirts, if need be. Mom and Dad looked at the original photo, and in hindsight, we probably shouldn't have had so many guys wear blue and gray shirts, especially sitting right next to each other. So they asked, is it possible to change their shirt colors? We gave Peter, instead of his blue shirt, we gave him a yellow. Caleb, instead of a dark gray shirt, we gave him kind of a bluish green. And then Jude went from a light yellow to kind of a light orange.
My goodness, that looks so natural. Mark, you were good at this. My goodness.
The most major change was adding John in, definitely. That was the biggest challenge, the biggest unknown.
Oh man, it looks so much better. Without John, it just like it makes me want to cry. Oh, it's so sad. Oh, I almost can't stand it. Doesn't he look so lonesome?
Well, we'll put him in with the rest.
Yeah.
So here's the original photo, and then here is the final version that we got printed. I like the changes in the shirt colors to make it a little more vivid. And I think everyone just looks to be the best version of themselves. Hey, Gop.
Today we got play with you. We got play with you today.
Pretty soon? Yeah. Lacey, we're going to play this video of you.
Oh,
yeah.
Sure.
Well, earlier this morning, I just asked Mom if she wanted to watch this cute video of Wizzy that I found last night. And so she came down and I showed it to her. Then I called a few of the other guys' attention. They came down. And then pretty soon it grew into this big group, about half the family, all down here watching home videos.
I can't see anymore.
Yeah, so now we've watched maybe 6 different tapes, and we're finding all sorts of new stuff that none of us have ever seen since it was filmed.
See, she was I can't speak for everyone else, but when one of the videos is on with the guys being little, it's just so irresistible to watch. It's funny to see everyone interacting and being little people and being squeaky, little voice all squeaky and stuff. And it's the logic and how they're struggling to put words to their thoughts. It's just, it's very hard not to watch. Listen to this.
This is so cute.
Watch you throw that ball. They will get so very mad.
It's gonna make a wedding.
I know, we'll splash you.
And I'm gonna pop.
Yeah, it will pop. Yeah, if you throw it at them, it will pop. Well, don't throw it then.
It's gonna crack and not make it pop.
No, Dad won't make it pop, honey. We'll check. We'll try to throw it for you.
Let's see about this.
She'll prove it. Mommy sure don't.
Dad! It's a hostage.
That's so silly.
It's just pop.
It's just pop. She was genuinely surprised.
Just a few hours ago, we got the cards back from the printer, and Jude saw the card. He looked at it. He said, "What? I wasn't wearing a pink shirt."
Is this some kind of prank or something?
No, it's not a prank. This is going out in the morning.
Okay.
I think it turned out very well.
I like it.
Yeah, I don't know if you'd ever know that John wasn't there.
Just a few hours ago, we got the cards back from the printer. Mom and a few of the little guys, and in fact, cousin Michael, are in there stuffing the mailing, labeling the envelopes. I think tonight or very shortly, they're going to land in the mailbox and be out to all of our clients and friends and family.
Whose shirts did you all change?
Peter's, Caleb, and then Jude was a yellow.
I know he's a little concerned because I thought we put him in a pale orange, and he seems to think we put him in pink. And I don't know if that's maybe a little bit of a problem.
Wait, they changed your color?
Yeah, they changed my color. I was wearing a Peter yellow, and they changed it to.
Without your knowledge?
Yeah, without my knowledge, I didn't know.
Is it some kind of prank or something?
No, it's not a prank. This is going out in the morning.
Okay.
Mark had asked me if I wanted to see the photo while he was working on it, while he was doing all his touch-up and everything, and I kept putting it off.
Wow, you stand out.
Yeah, don't I?
Yeah.
The bravest I get is wearing yellow or something. I've never been able to wear pink, but I guess this is being mailed out tomorrow morning, and I guess I'm wearing pink. This is one of the few times where I got busted for my photo editing. Now, I think anyone else who wasn't at the photo session wouldn't know that Jude wasn't wearing that color of a shirt, but Jude certainly knew, and he let me know about it. It did print a little more pinkish than I would have thought. Yeah, just a touch. We could compromise, call it peach.
I don't think I like that any better, peaches and cream.
Jude controlled himself. I don't think he was mad. I think he was just stunned, and I think mainly just couldn't believe that it was on the final card without him even knowing about it.
One good thing is that it won't be that long until the next family photo.
Yeah, and maybe I'll take that one.
Yeah. You might edit it too.
Oh, you better bet if I take it, I'm gonna edit it. Especially, let's see, what could we give Mark a goatee? That wouldn't be embarrassing enough.
You can have him wearing no shirt.
Now that's a good idea.
Now, in my defense, when you look on the computer, it looks orange. I still think it's orange, kind of a pinkish orange.
I have orange shirts. I've worn orange shirts, and this is no orange shirt.
I think the red kind of brings out the pink.
I think it does. I think it kind of, for whatever reason.
The red border.
Yeah. Oh well. What can you do?
Being able to touch up a photo like this enabled us to do the photo. You know, it enabled us to put John into the frame, but then also the ability to change anything. Had something like this happen where Jude winds up with a color of shirt he was not wearing, and the card is going out that way without his consent. And I guess you live by the sword, you die by the sword. But as for me, I look great because I kept my shirt color.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, really well done.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love it. So
I
what
didn't know
side do
they
I
made
look
it.
at? You guys see this? Yeah. Oh, now I can pull this out. I can have my
It's
pocket
really
full.
nice. This
Oh,
is
I
really
love
good.
it.
On Christmas Day, Mom received the photo book that Mark had given her, and she loved it. Now, looking at that photo book, I have to say that I think I got the last laugh on Mark on the whole photo editing thing. He changed my shirt color from yellow to pink, or he calls it orange, whatever he changed it. But in the photo book, the shirt is still yellow, just as I intended. So he's busted. And there's a record on Mom's desk to prove it.
That brings back so many good memories, and it's just going to be so much fun to watch these next so many years. This is the first year that we have a child back in the photos, and not just a child, but a beautiful little baby that's only a few months old, first granddaughter. And so it's the first time we've had any kind of child in the photo since, well, it depends what your definition of child is, but I guess if you talk about like somebody capable of crying and stopping the photo, so maybe like a 2 or 3 year old or something, it's been about, I guess, 18 years. So we've had a long stretch of fairly mature people in the photos where it's not that hard to get them done. It got to be kind of anticlimactic though, so I'm really glad. I'm looking forward to this next era. We have 5 married couples now, 1 baby out and then another about to be born. If you haven't seen our recent episodes, make sure you check out the one we just did on the top 10 Christmas movies. And then Dad and I also did one on top 5 movies from the 1950s. So those have gotten a lot of attention. They're a lot of fun, and I think we'll be doing more of those.